The English Opening is a fascinating and versatile chess opening that has captivated players of all levels for decades. Unlike its more popular counterpart, the Queen's Pawn Opening, the English Opening, characterized by the initial move 1, c4, offers a unique blend of strategic complexity and tactical dynamism. It allows white to steer the game into less charted territories, avoiding the well-trodden paths of mainstream openings. One of the most intriguing aspects of the English Opening is its inherent flexibility. White refrains from immediately claiming the center with their pawns, opting instead for a more nuanced approach. By controlling the d5 square indirectly, white keeps their options open, ready to react to black's choices with a repertoire of setups and plans. This flexibility makes the English Opening a powerful weapon in the hands of a skilled player. It's like a chameleon, adapting to the opponent's moves and constantly posing new challenges. The opening is particularly favored by players who enjoy a dynamic and unpredictable game, where creativity and strategic thinking are paramount. For those seeking a solid yet ambitious opening, the English Opening offers a wealth of possibilities. It's a gateway to a world of rich and complex chess, where every move carries weight and every decision can tip the balance of the game. Among the many variations stemming from the English Opening, the Symmetrical Variation stands out for its unique characteristics. This line arises when black responds to 1 c4 with the symmetrical 1 ec5, mirroring white's move and setting the stage for a fascinating battle of wits. The symmetrical nature of this variation might seem like a recipe for a dull and predictable game, but nothing could be further from the truth. While the initial moves might suggest balance, the symmetrical variation is anything but static. It's a dynamic and complex battleground where both sides have ample opportunities to seize the initiative. The beauty of the symmetrical variation lies in its subtle imbalances. Although the pawn structure might appear symmetrical at first glance, even the slightest deviation in piece placement can create significant strategic differences. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, where both players try to outmaneuver each other and gain a decisive advantage. As the game progresses, the initial symmetry often gives way to unique and asymmetric pawn structures. This constant evolution keeps both players on their toes, demanding adaptability, precision, and a deep understanding of the positional nuances that arise from this seemingly balanced opening. One of the most appealing aspects of the English Opening Symmetrical Variation is its remarkable flexibility. Unlike more rigid openings that often force players into specific setups and plans, the Symmetrical Variation offers a wide range of options for both sides. This freedom of choice allows players to tailor their strategies to their individual styles and preferences. White, for instance, can choose to develop their pieces in various ways, each leading to different pawn structures and middle game plans. They can opt for a King's Indian attack-inspired setup with g3 and bishop g2, aiming for a slow but steady build-up of pressure on the queen side. Alternatively, they can adopt a more aggressive approach with d4 and knight c3, challenging black for central control early on. Black, too, enjoys a similar degree of flexibility. They can mirror white's moves, maintaining the symmetry and waiting for the right moment to strike. Or they can choose to break the symmetry at a strategic point, creating imbalances and dictating the flow of the game. This inherent flexibility makes the Symmetrical Variation a dynamic and exciting battleground. It's a constant game of adjustments, where both players must constantly evaluate their opponent's moves and adapt their plans accordingly. This dynamic interplay of ideas is what makes this opening so captivating for both players and spectators alike. Pawn structures are the backbone of chess strategy, and the English Opening Symmetrical Variation is no exception. Understanding the typical pawn structures that arise in this opening is crucial for making sound strategic decisions and outmaneuvering your opponent. One of the most common pawn structures in the Symmetrical Variation is characterized by a symmetrical pawn chain on the c-file. This structure often leads to a battle for control of the d5 square, which becomes a critical strategic point. White might try to control this square with pieces like the knight on c3 or the bishop on g2, while black might aim to challenge white's control with moves like knight c6 or queen b6. Another important pawn structure to consider is the one that arises after white plays d4 and black responds with e6. This structure creates tension in the center, with both sides vying for space and control. White might try to exploit their space advantage on the queen side, while black might look for opportunities to break through on the king side. Understanding the nuances of these pawn structures is essential for making informed decisions about piece placement, pawn breaks, and overall strategy. A well-placed pawn can be a powerful weapon, while a misplaced one can become a liability. By mastering the art of pawn play, you'll be well on your way to success in the symmetrical variation. All right, so now we move on to finding harmony and development. You see, in chess, it's not just about making individual moves, but how these moves work together. Think of your pieces as a team. Each one has a role to play. The key is to develop them in a way that they complement each other. For example, knights and bishops should be placed where they can control key squares and support each other. And don't forget about your pawns. They can create strong structures that support your pieces and restrict your opponent's movements. So always aim for a harmonious setup where your pieces work together efficiently. This makes your position stronger and more resilient. Remember, a well-coordinated team is always more powerful than individual pieces acting alone. Keep this in mind as you develop your pieces, and you'll find that your overall game improves significantly. All right, let's move on to the next part. In this stage, pieces that once played supporting roles now move to the forefront. It's a shift in dynamics where every piece has a chance to shine. Watch how the game evolves as new strategies come into play. Here we see the true potential of each piece being unleashed. Knights and bishops, rooks and queens, all working in harmony. It's a beautiful symphony of tactics and strategy, each move calculated to perfection. Now we enter the phase where every decision becomes critical. One wrong move can change the course of the game. It's a test of nerves and skill where players must think several steps ahead to outmaneuver their opponent. Finally, we embark on a journey of exploration. This is where creativity and innovation come into play. Each game is a new adventure with endless possibilities waiting to be discovered. It's the true essence of chess, a game that continually evolves and surprises.